How's everybody doing? Let's talk about pinpointers a little bit today. For many years, I have used the Garrett Pro Pointer. They have a waterproof edition out now. Very good pinpointers. This is my third one. I've been metal detecting about 15 years, and back when I started, the best pinpointer you could buy for the money was the White's Bullseye. A lot of you guys remember the White's Bullseye. I think it's like the Bullseye 120 or something. I can't remember, but I was a White's guy for a long time, and they make good products, and it was a good product, but it had its problems, and it wasn't very deep. Then the Pro Pointer came out. It changed the game. It changed the game for everybody. It was deep. It was tough. And it still is a great pinpointer for the money. I would not recommend anybody buy the black one. Why? Because for a few more bucks, you can get the Garrett Carrot, which is waterproof. And I have gotten one of these wet before. Cleaned it up, holding my thumb over the speaker, it still managed to get in there. It did dry out and go back to working. This one here I gave to my brother-in-law. Also gave him a metal detector, and it's serving him well. I've had it several years. Every one of them I've ever bought lasted good, held up well. I'm not going to do a draw the little line out, show you how many inches deep they'll go. There's 100 videos for that. What I want to talk to you about is the new Deus, XP Deus MI4. They make it MI6, so if you happen to swing a Deus, it can link right to your box wirelessly. Why did I pull the trigger on this? Well, it's the same price as the Garrett Carrot. It is truly tougher than any pinpointer I've ever used. It's heavy. Weight-wise, they weigh about the same, but the plastic itself is just tough. It's deeper. I can get an extra inch out of this in the ground use. You know, when you pinpoint your target, a lot of times if they're not but 3 or 4 inches deep, you can be very, very, very precise with this. Before you ever open the hole, right on top of the grass, you can find exactly where this thing's at. It has a backlight, a very bright backlight, which some guys like that. I like it to know that, sorry, I got it too close to the camera. I like it to know, I like the backlight to know that my detector's on sometimes. This detector makes a very similar noise to the Garrett Carrot and everything else. It's not as blaringly loud with this waterproof cap on. This is 100% waterproof, and I believe it's up to 20 feet. It is definitely deeper. And here's the thing. Watch this. No falsing. You cut this thing on in high mineralized ground up here in the air before you stick it in the hole on high sensitivity. When you go into the hole, it's going to do a bunch of chirp and chatter. If you stick this thing in the hole or down on the ground that you're fixing to dig and then cut it on, it's going to be flawless, even in high power. Another great thing about this detector here, this little pinpointer, is from the off position, you can hold this button down a second, and then you can hit the button one time, and you're in an ultra quiet, just say you're in a park with a lot of people, a lot of stuff going on. Listen to this. I love it. I love the fact that I can have it loud, or I can have this completely different sound, and it out vibrates the Garrett. It vibrates really strong. Another huge plus to this pinpointer is there's an internal changeable battery, and it's rechargeable. And yes, the battery can be changed. Yes, I've had it in water. Yes, it's performed flawlessly. Yes, I've used it as a digging tool. I'm sorry, but I'm just like the rest of us out there. you know, you dig your plug out, and you know you got 8 inches of a rounded plug. So you catch yourself sticking your pin pointer down in there, hunting the target. If you're not hearing it down in the hole and it didn't sound that deep, and then you find yourself digging around. Now with the Garrett, and it's the same way with the Garrett carrot, you got a good, really bright LED light. But listen to this: very little pressure. Very little pressure. It's gonna false. Every time you're digging with it, if you're not being careful, just a little pressure and it's gonna false. Garrett builds a good quality pin pointer. They changed the game with this. They changed the game. Alright, to sum this up for you guys, to me, from the pin pointers I've used, this is the best one you can get for the money right now. And I'm sure it's personal preference. Everybody has it, but this one don't false. This one is tough. This one I feel like is going to last a good long time. I am not afraid of the internal battery. I've used it for days on end. When you first cut it on, it'll give you 3 flashes for 100%, 2 flashes for 60%, and 1 flash for 30%. I've used it for days and days and never got it down to 30%. Charges up quick. You can have your little plug-in in your ashtray. If the thing's low when you leave the house, you just plug it up while you're going down the road in your cigarette lighter, and bam, you got to charge back up. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and just trying to help a few people out. You know, all of us, our money's kind of, you got to be careful with it, and I wanted to throw this out there because there's not a whole lot of talking about the fundamentals of these particular pin pointers against the Garrett and whatever. You see a lot of, you know, people checking coin depth and whatnot, but I metal detect 3 or 4 days a week every time I can, and this has been a tough one. It's got a lot of miles to go to prove to me that it is it is as durable and long lasting as the Garrett, but I really feel like it's going to be. I don't have any trouble with it. You guys like and subscribe if you will. Check out the rest of my videos and hit the old like and subscribe button, and see y'all back around on the next hunt. Gonna try to get out the next few days and film something new for you guys. Have a good one.